Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Nick at barbend.com, and today I'm going to be trying out Performance Creatine from Metrex. So Metrex is a sports nutrition company based in Boca Raton, Florida, and compared to a lot of other supplement companies, they focus less on bodybuilding and more on football. They actually often sponsor well-known NFL athletes. This is one of their creatine products. It's called Performance Creatine, and it's pretty unusual, not just because it contains 3 types of creatine, but because it contains a lot of other ingredients as well. I'm going to get into that in a minute, but first I'm going to try out the fruit punch flavor with water. Okay, so this is marketed as fruit punch flavor. It is artificially flavored and sweetened and colored. I would not say that it tastes like a bouquet of tropical fruit. I would say it tastes more like cherry. It's kind of more of like a maraschino cherry flavor, the kind of thing you get in a lot of candies or maybe some cherry Coke. One thing I was a bit surprised by is that the serving size is really big. Normally creatine, you get about 5 grams. This is this size, and you are going to get about 48 grams per scoop. So I was expecting a very, very strong flavor, but I gotta say 1 scoop mixed with 1 cup of water, it wasn't too strong. I'd prefer with about 1.5 cups of water though. Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients. So 1 scoop has a little over 6 grams of creatine, and there's 3 types of creatine: monohydrate, ester phosphate, and ethyl ester. Monohydrate is easily the most popular and well-researched form of creatine. It's got a lot of benefits associated with it. The other forms, not so much. There haven't really been any studies on ester phosphate, and there was 1 double-blind trial on ethyl ester that showed it was actually less effective than creatine monohydrate. Less creatine went up in the muscles after taking it. After that, there's 2 grams of a BCAA nitro blend. So these are all proprietary blends. I don't know how much of each individual ingredient there is, but in the 2 grams of BCAA nitro blend, you get some branched chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. There's also some taurine, which may improve recovery because it helps to draw some water into the cells. And there's also some N-acetylcysteine, which is an antioxidant that may reduce the cellular damage associated with exercise. It's a pretty small amount of BCAAs. Normally you want like 6 or 7 grams. There's just 2 grams of everything here. Nonetheless, it may shift the nitrogen balance in your body, which may help to improve muscle. Then there's the Extreme NOS blend. That's just arginine and arginine AKG. There's some evidence that arginine may help to improve endurance and improve time to fatigue. There's just 1 gram of it here though. Normally arginine is dosed between 3 and 6 grams. So that's it for all the main ingredients. Other than that, it's worth pointing out that there is 150 calories in 1 scoop and 33 grams of sugar, which comes from dextrose. Some people might be happy with that because there's some evidence that when you consume carbohydrates with the creatine, that can help to improve muscle retention of creatine. So those sugars could actually be good news for some people. So as far as the price goes, this big tub here is 3.17 pounds, and it's going to cost about $15.50. And you get 30 servings in this. So that comes to 51 cents per serving, or 8.3 cents per gram of creatine. So that's relatively expensive given, compared to regular creatine monohydrate. If you just want a plain creatine, they're normally about 3 or 4 cents per gram. This is 8.3 cents, but then again, you get all these extra ingredients, the extra types of creatine, which you may find beneficial, the BCAAs and everything else, so you may find the price justified. So there are a few things that I like about this product. Number 1 is that it's made in a good manufacturing practices facility. That means they need to abide by certain regulations outlined by the FDA to help ensure product purity and things like that. Another thing that some people might be happy about is that this does contain sugar, which means that it may improve muscle retention of creatine. And on that note, it doesn't contain any artificial sweeteners, which is pretty rare for a product like this, although it does have artificial flavors and colors. Finally, there are a few other things that I liked in the product. The most beneficial stuff I found in the ingredients list was the N-acetylcysteine, which is a very powerful antioxidant, which could reduce some cellular damage associated with exercise. Also, the taurine could improve recovery, and the arginine, although it is dosed pretty low, it could possibly have an effect on your endurance. There are a few things that some users may not be quite so crazy about with this product. Number 1 is, of course, it is very high in calories and very high in sugar compared to just straight creatine. Some people aren't going to want that in their supplement. It's also got proprietary blends, so you don't know the exact dosages of each of these ingredients, which can be a little bit frustrating for some people. In addition to that, it's not really a very versatile creatine, and by that I mean it's not an anytime creatine. So it contains some ingredients here that could increase energy or could improve a workout. So it's not the kind of thing you might want to take in the morning when you're in the office or before bed. Finally, this hasn't been third-party tested. There's a lot of supplements that get tested by groups like BSCG or Informed Choice. The third-party testers that have really rigorous testing for banned substances and things like that. So if, say, you're a competitive athlete, that might give you pause. Okay, so that's my thoughts on Performance Creatine from Metrex. For the full review, just Google Barbend plus Metrex Creatine. you.